Hey folks, welcome to Hero Handbooks number 2. Since the last hero I covered was based on a TF2 mercenary, may as well continue with that. So, today's hero is the Overwatch version of Demoman. Demoman is a Scottish drunkard with one eye. He shoots grenade out of, essentially, an M32 rotary grenade launcher. He's powerful, he's intimidating, he's buff, and he can sure as hell wipe out entire teams.
They got more than they got the likes of me. So, how you fine dandies, so proud, so cocksure, prancing about with your heads full of eyeballs. Come and get me, I say. I'll be waiting on you with a whipping of your brimstone. I'm a grim-blooded fable with an unhappy bloody end. Oh, they're going to have to glue you back together in hell!
So, let's see how well Blizzard copied that. Junkrat is a skinny, annoying asshole of character with the highest pitched voice I've ever heard. He's weak, he's skinny, yet he can also somehow wipe out entire teams with his rotary grenade launcher. So, really, aesthetically, Overwatch got Demoman wrong. But Junkrat plays the exact same way. So, let's get into it. The first thing you have to understand about Junkrat is one very powerful word: spam. Above all else, the value of spam cannot be overstated here. Junkrat's primary weapon is a grenade launcher with 5 shots. The reload is fast, so no real threat there, and he takes no damage from his own explosives. This is also important to understand, but again, Junkrat is built to spam. What makes this so powerful is that, obviously, explosives hit multiple targets, and hit them hard. Since Overwatch is a team game, more often than not, teams will push together as a unit to take out any threat that challenges them, and for the most part, that's the best strategy. Most heroes are straightforward, either you're in the front of the pack, the middle, or behind healing. Junkrat cares not for this puny concept of strength in numbers. When you start spamming into a group of enemies, they drop fast. The area of effect is pretty large, the damage is really impressive for such a small character, and all in all, Junkrat may be the greatest counter-push hero in the whole game. Want proof? Watch this.
Calls for more bombs. Payload secured. You little ripper.
Next, his first ability. Junkrat has 2 mines, which he can detonate remotely whenever he wants. They have a blinking light on top, so they're not great as traps, but there's obviously a good use for them. Spamming grenades at enemies, partnered with tossing these mines in there and exploding them, causes a lot of damage quite quickly. It also causes a lot of knockback, meaning separating tanks and their healers has never been easier. Tossing them into crowds, partnered with your grenades, is also a viable strategy. But there is one mechanic, one part of these mines that I only figured out because I played TF2 a ton when I was younger. Demoman, in that game, can damage himself slightly with his grenades and throw himself into the air. It was called sticky jumping, and I loved it. Well, you remember how I said Junkrat takes no damage from his explosives? And that there was a ton of knockback from his mines?
I'll keep trying till I run out of limbs.
Bunch together. Group up with me.
On my way. What a line!
This is easily my favorite part of Junkrat. Heck, probably my favorite movement mechanic in the entire game. It is so unpredictable for enemies to follow, so difficult to figure out where I will land or when I will appear, that Junkrat can choose very effectively where he wants to be during a fight. Using these jumps are an excellent way to maneuver around during a fight, either escaping, joining in, or just finding a new spot to rain down death from. They also allow you to reach very high up spots, like on top of buildings, and that gives you excellent vantage points from which to bomb enemies. Junkrat's next ability, I think, is a bit less cool. It's a bear trap. Yeah, that's it. It's really obvious and really weak, so enemies will destroy it either intentionally or not. On the off chance you do catch someone, then yes, it's useful, especially for dropping tanks, because those guys are the reason the enemy can move forward. Other than that, though, this bear trap is relatively useless.
This'll tickle their feet. Don't tell anyone. No, you're in a pickle.
Finally, Junkrat's super. This part is good, I promise. It makes no logical sense, but I suppose very little does in this game. It's a tire. No, that's not all, but I want to stress that. It's loaded with explosives on a 10-second timer. Somehow, Junkrat launches this tire, literally drives it remotely to wherever he wants it, and manually explodes it, or it goes off after 10 seconds. It can be destroyed by enemies who see it, in which case it will not explode or do any damage. However, this thing is kinda ridiculous. It does a ton of damage, one hits anybody, and explodes, meaning area of effect damage. Meaning, entire teams destroyed by this one stupid fucking tire. It's really strong, really satisfying, and really annoying to lose to, because it's really bullshit. Beyond all that is Junkrat. The main point of him is to be a roamer, someone who can migrate around the battlefield, take out problem areas, or stop pushes that might win the game. He can destroy teams, but it is difficult. Really, his job is to stall and cause problems while his team respawns or completes an objective. I do want to warn newcomers, his grenades are very weird to fire. Again, my training in TF2 helped me out immensely, but be aware, they are difficult to control. Other than that, Junkrat is just awesome. He's fun, he's strong, and he's annoying as hell. Thanks for watching, folks, and I hope you enjoyed. Have an excellent day.